Laos, I was able to get permission to interview and record my conversation with former French military officers during the French War of Indochina, 1945 to 1954, and American diplomats and CIA officials who were directly involved in the Second War of Laos during the Vietnam War, 1960 to 1975, as well as with many Lao, Hmong, and Hmong political and military leaders, including Yang Dao, who were directly involved in the Second War of Laos from 1961 to 1975. Finally, I have also interviewed and recorded hundreds of Hmong refugees who had escaped with their families from the jungles of Laos to the refugee camps in Thailand, and from Southeast Asia to France, Canada, and the United States of America. Their experiences with starvation and death, which were scattered over the paths of exile, constitute one of the most painful episodes of the history of Hmong migration from China, which started at the beginning of the 19th century. Today, 90% of those traditional political and military leaders who had been directly involved in the long and devastating wars of Indochina have already passed away, but their ocularly witness and stories remain in my collection of more than 1,000 audio and video cassettes, which continue to serve as strong support of my research and studies on Lao and Hmong contemporary history and Hmong culture. Therefore, I am often disturbed, even profoundly disappointed, by reading documents and books published by some foreign authors who did not know the reality of facts and who wrote about Hmong politics with a lot of the biases without researching more in depth about the truth. I have also realized that the majority of Hmong intellectuals who grew up and were born in foreign countries, including France and the United States, have little knowledge on the roots of the Laotian internal conflicts and the international political circumstances which have entailed the Hmong involvement in the Second War of Laos during the Vietnam War. Finally, I have noticed that many young Hmong people living overseas have the tendency of ignoring their own language, culture, and traditions by letting themselves be completely assimilated by foreign civilization. In order to contribute to the preservation of Hmong historical and cultural heritage, when I took political asylum in Paris, France, from 1976 to 1982, I published a French Hmong dictionary, and I wrote 2 books on Hmong contemporary history and on Hmong legend in collaboration with Mr. Jean Lartegui, who was a very well-known French writer. After my migration from France to the United States of America in 1983, I have co-authored 3 other books called The Hmong in the West, Minority Cultures of Laos, and Hmong Miao in Asia. I have also taught Hmong history, language, and literature at Metro State University, Hemline University, and the University of Minnesota in Minneapolis, for Hmong International Students. Today I'm retired. I wish to fulfill my dream by writing and publishing new books related to Hmong traditional culture in the Hmong contemporary of history of Laos, as well as the Hmong involvement in the Second War of Laos during the Vietnam War, and the Hmong Odyssey from Southeast Asia to Western countries such as France, Canada, the United States of America, etc. Finally, I'm inspired by my late father, Mr. Yang Dao, who was a very well-known Hmong traditional musician in Laos, and who taught me when I was 12 years old how to play mandolin. I have composed the first Hmong modern songs as when I was students at the University of Paris from 1964 to 1972 in order to promote Hmong literature and Hmong modern music, as well as Hmong education and Hmong cultural identity around the world. Later, after being forced by political and military situation in Laos to take the road of exile to France and to the United States, I was caught by a profound nostalgia or homesick, which has suscited my vivid desire to compose other love songs of exile in memories of the past. Then, per popular request, last September 2011, I sent my original Hmong songs with music to Vientiane, capital Laos, and entrusted a group of young Hmong singers and musicians with the task of performing and recording this song into CD and DVD karaoke cassettes. For your information, these CD and DVD cassettes are also on sale today at this campus. To conclude, I want to express one more time my sincere appreciation to all of you for giving me this opportunity to express myself. I wish all of you a very fruitful international conference on Hmong studies at Concordia University, and I hope that Hmong young in the United States and the world over will better understand the great necessity of preserving Hmong cultural identity and Hmong prestige in the community of nations by learning Hmong language, Hmong history, while striving to adjust themselves to the dominant society and to become more and more productive citizens of their respective countries of operation. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you. I will show you a song